City fans as they take all 3 points. And what that means is they are now 1 point behind Liverpool at the top of the table. Everyone's played the same amount of matches. 2 points separate that top three. Goal difference is extremely close as well. 13 games to go. It's going to be absolutely brilliant to see how this one plays out. And Craig, if I'm Liverpool or Arsenal watching that, I'm not that scared.
Oh, but it's still 1-0, 4 or 5. It's 3 points, isn't it? And we tried to write Erling Haaland off yesterday in the show. I didn't tell you. But he obviously come off the back of not a particularly good game in finishing-wise against Chelsea, when he missed 2 or 3 really good chances. Took his goal well there, helped the defender slip. But yeah, I mean, there is... I mean, it was only a couple of weeks ago. They played Brentford in London and absolutely destroyed them that day. I mean, keeper Flecken, I think, made 9 or 10 stunning saves in the first half alone before Phil Foden got his hat-trick. It was more tricky for them tonight. And they are a little exposed at the back, which we have talked about at times. You saw that chance they had there. You know, Walker getting back in with his pace actually rushed the player on to take the strike. But it's 3 points. They aren't destroying teams at the moment, but they will. Right. It's coming. Okay. And I think the Arsenal and Liverpool just can't let the guard down, because, you know, do we really think City are going to have many off days between now and the end of the season? I don't think so.
Do you have the same confidence as Craig?
I agree with you that I think it's coming. At some point, this is all going to open up for Manchester City. But what worries me is from now until the moment it actually comes and you see Manchester City destroying teams, they continue to make mistakes defensively that put them in situations in which the games become a whole lot more stressful. And today could have been even more stressful had Brentford been able to take advantage of some counter-attack opportunities. Manchester City have to clean up what they do defensively and have to stop turning the ball over in bad areas, which then opens up all the space in behind for other teams to run into. I don't mind it so much that Manchester City wants to add numbers in the attack, because this is who they are. But if you're going to have possession of the ball, you cannot lose it in bad areas, because you already committed numbers. So you got people forward, you got people tucked into the midfield, you got people that are not in the play defensively. And if you lose the ball, if you're careless with that possession, which they surprisingly have tended to be this season, then it's one pass and the other team is gone. And it's not like gone, we're going in the attack. No, gone, we're going towards goal, 1v1 situation. That has to stop.
The question for me is not whether... It's not when Man City start blowing teams away, or will they put a run together, or blah, blah, blah. I think they will be there, they'll be hanging around, and they're going to put the pressure on. I think the big question is, this amazing recent form from Liverpool and Arsenal, can that continue? Right. You can't continue. You're not going to beat teams 4 and 5 every week, or 6 if you take the West Ham game from Arsenal's perspective. You're not going to do it. Well, you're unlikely to do that. And I think the question is City just keep chugging along, can those two keep up this momentum and pace? Because if they don't and they start regressing, we're just going to see City pushing ahead. At the moment, it looks great, but as I say, they too, Liverpool and Arsenal, are also going to have to dig some results out.
Meanwhile, bad news for Liverpool fans coming out of Jurgen Klopp's press conference talking about Diogo Jota, Gab, that he said it's going to be months rather than weeks that we're going to see him out. How big a blow is that? Or is it a fact that you've got Salah back, so that certainly softens it quite a bit?
Well, look, it's certainly a blow. I think if, you know, you don't want to lose players in any position, but if there's a department where Liverpool have legitimate depth in Darwin and Diaz and Gakpo and obviously Mohamed Salah, it's up front. So I think that mitigates it a little bit. I think what you lose a lot is, you know, Jota just has that consistency that, you know, he rarely has an off game, and that's going to be missed. But I think Liverpool have the tools to handle it. And if somebody's got to get injured, you know, rather him than some other players in different areas of the pitch.
I think they've clearly got, a bit like Arsenal in a sense, they've got quite a few players that they can juggle around in the forward area. Without anybody really being a prolific number 9, Salah's been a great goal scorer for them. He's not a number 9. I think the Jota miss, even with Salah back, is huge. And I'll tell you why, is because when Salah's having his moments and it's not working, and Nunez is, you know, not finishing off the chances he's got, whatever it is, he has been the go-to man, whether it's off the bench or starting, whether it's playing off the left or the right or through the middle as a false nine, Jota has been so trustworthy to come in and make something happen, whether it's scoring himself or making something happen in the final third. When others are just falling below the bar, that player is not there anymore. And that sort of parachute, that backup that he has been, both in the absence of the others and when they've not been playing well, they've just lost it. And that means others will have to step up.
I tell you what he has that some of the other players don't have. He always seems to have a chance. He seems to find the ball inside the 18-yard box, or the ball finds him. There is an instinct, a natural instinct to Diogo Jota's game in which there's always a chance for him in the game. And to the point that Craig is making, if those chances are not falling to Salah, they're not falling to Darwin Núñez, it's usually Diogo Jota the one that has the tapping at the back post. It's usually the one that gets on the rebound. It's usually the one that manufactures something out of nothing because of that natural instinct. Him not being on the field can be a problem.